Oh boy. So, real quick. Africa is the source of all modern humans. I'll let you read the rest. This website is called the Genetic Structure and History of Africans and African Americans. Well, we're going to focus on African Americans today. So, this varies amongst definitely individuals, but this is the overall average African American's DNA. So for you more science, aboriginals, black Asiatics, or excuse me, just Asiatics, since y'all don't want to say Afro-Asiatics. This is the DNA of the average African American. So for you dummies that don't know how to research and read or pick up a book, the ancestry of African Americans is predominantly from Niger Kordofanian. We're just going to focus on the African part of us. That is 71%. Ooh. And the other African is 8%. Although admixture levels varied considerably among individuals. So with the 8% of African in our DNA, you could be probably from most likely Central Africa, or have a 8% of North African, probably from the Tubu people, or the Tuareg, the Black Tuareg. Or you could be from Southern Africa, maybe from Zambia, from the Zulu that you don't know of, or you could be from the Xhosa people. Let me help y'all out with that word. That's an X pronunciation in Bantu, Xhosa. Or you could be all three. So many people that I've talked to have said they're so happy that I'm in Ethiopia doing this, because they took DNA tests and found out in this little percentage, they've had between 2 to 5% direct Ethiopian. But now I'm going to get into this. Niger Kordofanian. And this is also for Chief X, because he keeps saying, well, just West Africans, stop being obsessed with some Egypt and all that. So, all you Moors, you want to be Asiatics, and also Chief X. Kordofan, we know Niger is West Africa. Kordofan, that's in the east. The Sudan. See? Sudanic, Saharan, Eastern Africa. Nilo-Saharan. Afro-Asiatic, I will deal with that accordingly. Look, it says here, Niger Kordofanian, spoken across a broad region of Africa. That's another thing, too. With the 8% possibly coming from North Africa, because the blues comes from North Africa, y'all gotta understand there's no such thing as sub-Saharan African. That's a racist term that came out in 1978. That's new. It's only 44 years old. But, we gonna get into it. I'm gonna get you motherfuckers today. I'm gonna get y'all today. So, Kordofan, like I said, it's in the Sudan, right? Sudan. Now we're going to look at a map. We're going to look at a map. Kordofan is around this region. That's East Africa. Okay? That's the northern part of the East Africa, but they separated it. But we would be around this region. And guess what, guys? It wasn't the Sudan until the Arabs invaded. Just like Eritrea, Djibouti, and Somalia was not all of those until the Italians came. Guys, you know why this is important and why I love Ethiopia so much? Because once upon a time, the Sudan, before the Arabs, South Sudan, Eritrea, Djibouti, and Somalia before the Italians, and even Kenya over here, Uganda, all of it was Ethiopia. So when people say, oh, I found a little 2% Ethiopian in me, actually you got about 71% of Ethiopian in you. You just don't know it because of the geographical border separations of the Arabs and the Italians and the colonials. But once upon a time, all of this was Ethiopia, and even all the rest of Africa was Ethiopia. Okay? That's Khartoum, not Kordofan. But Kordofan is like either around here or something like that. Actually, let's look it up. Let me see where Kordofan is. There we go. Kordofan, Sudan. Let's see. Oh, wow. Never mind. Never mind. Kordofan is actually where Khartoum is. My bad. Shit. I spoke too soon. Damn. Kordofan is all over here. My bad. Actually stretches into South Sudan. But, like I said, once upon a time, all of that was Ethiopia. So, guys, and Egypt comes from Nubia. And Egypt and Nubia came from Ethiopia. So, this is for you, Chief X. When you say we're West Africans, we're not. Why we keep being obsessed with some Egypt? Because that's what your bloodline is. You don't believe me? It's right here. So yes, we are. The African American is unique. It is definitely West African. But if you wonder what, like a lot of all those Abos, because this is for you Abos, oh, our facial features don't say. Yeah, you got this in you, Kordofan, East African. So knock that bullshit off. So you want to see my DNA test is right fucking here. It's no wonder I take so easily to East African and West African traditional combat systems. And it's no wonder why when I chose to finally come to Ethiopia, it was so easy to come back home to Ethiopia. Because once upon a time, this was not Sudan, it was Ethiopia. Okay? So when people say, oh, we got some Kordofan, yeah, Kordofan, Ethiopia. Ain't no damn Sudan. So, and guess what? All that came from Ethiopia. Egypt, all that. It came from Ethiopia. So you Abos, no, we are not from no goddamn America. Look at the map. See? That's East Africa. And if you're wondering, how is this possible? Because the West African slave trade, that's Ethiopia. The slave trade in Ethiopia. It was an intercontinental slave trade within Ethiopia, but also, which you dummies don't know, the Indian Ocean slave trade. It was not off limits. Everybody was catching it. If I can get it to clear in. Shit, come on. All right, let me blow it up. See? Christian Ethiopia. See all that slave trade y'all motherfuckers want to talk to? See, they were sending people from all the way here in Ethiopia, all the way across the Sahara, to Timbuktu, and then boom. When we go into the West African slave trade, where they at? Right there. And whoo! First stop Brazil, next stop Caribbean, last stop North America. And look at the slave trade going on in between. On the Indian, this is the Indian Ocean slave trade. This is what y'all don't know, because y'all gonna say, see, it stops there, Don't even went to Asia. They want to went to Asia. I'm gonna great bust your ass right now, because I see y'all great try that shit. See, all this taken from Kemet, Ethiopia, modern day Sudan, which was part of Ethiopia. All this was Ethiopia. All the way down to East Africa, all the way into South Africa, Mozambique, Madagascar, all that. All of them Ethiopians. In around the 1700s, this is what started happening. Okay? Africans were sent as slaves to the Middle East, to the Indian Ocean Islands. Oh, here we go. Now we can read it. Africans were sent as slaves to the Middle East, to the Indian Ocean Islands, to the Indian subcontinent, and so ancient Egyptians, Ethiopians, Nubians, all of us, which were all the same people in that region, later, which was around the 1700s, to where? Does that say the Americas? Remember, first stop Brazil, second stop the Caribbean, and Mexico, last stop, USA. And you wonder how you got Ethiopian in your blood and not just West African. Huh? I don't see no damn Indian here. You got European, which is 13%, and some other stuff. But our dominant gene of African Americans, and this is just average. It doesn't pertain to, it's varied among individuals. But our dominant DNA is between West Africa, in the Niger regions, and in the Kordofan regions, which was once Ethiopia. Part of Ethiopia. That's 71%. And you still got 8% here. So a lot of y'all out here spreading a bunch of bullshit need to check yourselves. Because this is about 2010 when this was done. And it says it varies. Meaning it's not all of them. Because there are some people that are taking DNA tests and they coming out 90% African. This right here is about 79 to 80% African in the average African American. Because you're predominantly African. Okay? So, for you Moors, you Aboriginals, Niger's over here, yes. Kordofan is here, Ethiopia. Okay? Chief X, brother, Niger's over here, the Niger region, the Kordofan region in our DNA, here, where Egypt and all that comes from. You were Ethiopians, Egyptians, Nubians, yes, you were. So don't say case closed and say read it and weep, but I'm reading it right here, and it's right here in our DNA. We're not just West Africans. We're just Africa altogether. And then you still got this 8% here, brother. For Chief X, you still got the other 8%. And that could be North African or South African or even Central African. You never know. Doesn't matter. But this is our dominant DNA. We're mostly West Africans and East Africans. Okay, brother? Now, you Abos, don't none of this say no damn Choctaw, Wicksaw, Creek, Seminole, Cherokee, Wichita, none of that. None of that. No Lenape. Cut the bullshit. Cut it out.